All right, it's been a while since I did one of these. It's been a month, maybe a bit more than that. So the Edmonton Oilers are halfway done their season, and thank the fucking god they are not 2-11-2 anymore. They're now 7-11-2. Sorry, no, 7-11-3 because they're 5-0-1 in the past 6 games. Forgive me, it's been a while since I did this. Okay. Excuse me. So, Dave Tippett should still get fired for what it's worth. He's benching Brendan Perlini after he's had like 5 goals in 6 games. He's like, yeah, you suck. I want more Devin Shores. He's still not giving the young kids the ice time. Like, Ryan McLeod finally gets some ice time. He produces, but no, let's put Devin fucking Shore in third line. I love Devin Shore. I love how hard he works, Such a gritty veteran. I mean, he's not even a veteran. He's 27 years old. Like, I can't comprehend how bad Dave Tippett is, and I really hope we get swept in the playoffs because I don't want this bozo as my coach anymore. I need Jim Woodcroft. I need Jay Woodcroft, right? I need Jay Woodcroft to save me from this team because he's actually smart. Anyways, so the Edmonton Oilers are 23-16-3. Ain't bad. It's kind of concerning when you consider that they started the season 16-5. So, 7-11-2. Sorry, 7-11-3 since then. It's not that good. But there's still some positives to look at the Oilers. They're tied for third in the division right now for points percentage. Let me double check this right now. Points percentage, we are fourth. But we are 0.2 back of LA. We have 5 games on hand and only 6 points behind. We should be fine. We have 4 games in hand on Vegas. Vegas is 27-16-3. If we win our next 4 games, we're 27-16-3. Now, that's not going to happen. I'm not saying that's going to happen. It could. Because if you look at the Oilers' next 4 games, if my computer can load properly, this is really taking a long time. Come on, hurry up. There you go. Vegas on Feb 8th. I'm actually going to that game. Then we got Chicago on the 9th, so that's a back-to-back. You got the Islanders, then you got the Sharks. Those are your next 4 games. The Oilers could easily go 4. Okay, maybe not easily. Vegas is hard. But you could beat Chicago. You beat the Islanders. You could beat the Sharks. And then after that, it's LA and Anaheim. Those are 2 huge games. You beat both of them. You really gain ground on them. You pass them in points percentage. That's huge. That is huge. Now, I don't want to bitch about... Now, this whole episode can't just be about how I hate Tippett and hate Holland. I will save those for when the playoffs roll around. But, I mean, there's no point in bitching right now because if I were to bitch... I should have done it when we were on the second 6-game losing streak, but I didn't. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a 7-game losing streak too. I don't know. It was shit. That was the time to bitch, but we're 5-1, so I can't really bitch right now, can I? I've been saying bitch a lot, eh? So let's just look at how the team has been doing stats wise. That's what I did for the quarter mark video. It's been the next 20 games since then. Let's see. So Leon Draisaitl leads the team with 63 points in 42 games. No complaints about Leon whatsoever. The defense, yeah, it's still kind of trash, but you know what? It's fine. It is fine. We'll worry about that come playoff time. Conor McDavid, 60 points in 41 games. He missed 1 game because of COVID. On pace for only 120 points. Only 120 points he's on pace for. What a shame. Nuge, 33 points in 35 games. When it was the quarter mark video, I think he only had 2 goals. In 14 games since then, he's had 4 goals. Albeit, all of them literally just came this past weekend. Oh, I mean, one of them came in December, but ignore that. But yeah, Nuge has been way better. Hyman's been scoring again. He went 12 games without a goal, but you're going to have those stretches. And speaking of having those stretches, yes, Puljujärvi is on one of those stretches right now. He hasn't scored since Columbus, I think December 14th. It's been 12 games since he scored, and he only has 2 assists in those 12 games. Now, here's the thing. Jesse's been really unlucky, and I'm not just saying this for someone who loves Jesse. It's true. You look at the quality shots he's getting, they're grade A chances. They either hit the post or the goalie saves them. And I know Jesse doesn't have the greatest finishing, which is ironic because he's Finnish, but he'll develop that. And I'm happy that even though I love Jesse, I want him to succeed. Part of me is kind of happy because his contract is up this season, and if he went off, he would ask for a lot. So there's that. He's still on the first power play. I expect him to rebound. It's just those stretches that young kids go through. Yamo went on a huge stretch this year. Now he's bounced back on pace for around 35 points, which is good. 35 points for Yamo's good. I've always said about Yamamoto that, obviously the 1920 season was an anomaly. He wasn't going to go point per game again. But I expect him to be a 40-point guy. He's about on pace for that. Evan Bouchard in 42 games, 24 points. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. This is the reason why Tyson Barrie is so fucking redundant. Because Evan Bouchard can do everything Barrie can do, but better, cheaper, and he's younger. And when you're younger, you can develop more skills, like your defensive game. Barrie's already 30, and he can't do jack shit. Next, Darnell Nurse, 19 points in 35 games. And he's been really good defensively. Now, he's still not worth 9.25. Let's get that out of the way. Not worth 9.25. But he's been good this year. He's been really good defensively. His offensive game is about the same. I know last year he had 16 goals, but he was on a shooting percentage heater. And, 8 of those goals came against Ottawa. I'm not even kidding. He loves playing Ottawa for some reason. I actually called both the times we played Ottawa this year. I said Darnell Nurse is scoring today because he loves playing Ottawa, and he scored. That's what he does. Yamamoto has 16 points in 42 games, so I said, he'd be a 40-point guy. He's been heating up recently. I expect him, even though he's on pace for around 31, 32 points, I expect him to hit around 35 to 40, which is fine for him. Tyson Barrie has 17, 36. He's not even on pace for 40 points. What the fuck, man? I know he's missed some time, but come on. The last time Tyson Barrie had a point, I actually don't remember. By the way, Tyson Barrie made the stupid decision against the fucking Caps. He took a stupid-ass penalty. He was so bad that game. Even though his penalty led to the shorthanded game-winning goal, I don't care. He was fucking awful. He has not had a point since since the Columbus game, just like Jesse. Which for Barrie, though, that was 9 games ago. So Jesse's played 3 more games than that, but still, he has done jack shit. And for Barrie, supposedly your top power play guy who sucks on the power play, he's been bad. Just hopefully we can trade Barrie in the offseason. Just please let some team take Tyson Barrie. My throat's killing me too, by the way. Warren Foegele has 15 and 42. He's on pace for 30 points. He's on pace for what he's on pace for his averages. He usually averages 30 points per season. The thing with Foegele is that you kind of want him to do more after you give up Ethan Bear, who has been scratched in Carolina. Fuck you, Rob Brennamore, for doing that, by the way. Don't do that to my boy Bearsy. Respect Bearsy. But, he's been okay. I like Foegele as a player, but he's just been very mid. And the thing is, Foegele becomes redundant because you have Holloway coming up, you have Lavoie, and all that jazz. And especially since we signed someone else who we will get into shortly. Zach Cass, fucking awful. He has 14 points in 33 games, but 10 of those points came with McDavid and Draisaitl. $3.2 million. I love Cassian at $1 million to $1.5 million as a fourth liner. $3.2 million. No. Just no. And I love Cassian. I've always liked Cassian. It's just that, for the money he's getting paid, I'm no, he's not worth it. Just, I want to cheer for Cassian. I don't hate Cassian. I just think that he's just not good enough for the NHL squad, and that's just the truth. Duncan Keith, for some reason, he's been good too. 14 points in 33 games. If he didn't miss time of injury and all that jazz, he'd be on pace for fucking 30 points. He'd be on pace for well over 30 points. When did this dude become good again? He's been good defensively. I don't understand. Hold up. Let's do the math. So he has 14 points in 33 games. We've played 80. Well, we played 82 games this season. We played 42. So the most he'll play would be 73. He is on pace for 31 points. This man is elite again. I don't know why he doesn't get any power play time either, which is the mind-blowing thing. He's doing this all even strength. He's still not worth 5.5, but I am just shocked that Keith has been good. Cody Cece's been good too, 12 points in 38 games. He's been good defensively. Actually, I think the analytics show that he's been better defensively in Edmonton than Pittsburgh, which is kind of ironic. So good for CC. Contract still very mid. McLeod, even though he has 8 points in 31 games, he has been freaking elite defensively. I'll pull up the charts for everybody here so you can get some visual ideas. But yeah, Ryan McLeod, perfect. Beautiful 3C. I love him. Love him so much. Derek Ryan, he's been rebounding now, 6 points in 38 games. He's been good defensively. Good for Derek Ryan. Brandon Perlini, we talked about. He's been fine recently, although been scratched. Fuck Devin Shore. Terse sucks. Russell's been not bad. 4 assists for 20 games. He's been okay defensively. He's worth $1.25 million. He's the 7th defenseman. Tyler Benson has 1 assist for 19 games. He gets like 6 minutes of ice time, though, and he plays with Devin Shore, so what do you expect him to do? He deserves more of a chance. And then Evander Kane. I was very mixed on this signing because we know how good Kane is as a player. He's amazing. He's a great top 6 power forward. You can get you 20, 30 goals. He's awesome. The offense issues, though, are very concerning. And I don't want to get into that in this video. We all know about gambling, some allegations. The vaccine card, we get it. We know the story. It's only a 1-year deal. After the season, he's gone. He's going to let it up with McDavid and go somewhere, anywhere. Just go to Florida and make sure and just stay away from the media. It's a 1-year mirage. It's a 1-year marriage. And he's gone. We have Holloway coming up. Holloway will take Kane's place. He has 3 points in 3 games. I've had no complaints with Kane so far. He's been shooting the puck a lot. He averages like 3 shots a game. He actually shoots, which is good. And he's gonna be key come playoff time. And that's the truth too. So for 1 year, I like it. If it's a long-term thing, no. Just no. Then goalies, Mike Smith has fucking died again. This dude got injured 3rd game of the season. He came back on near New Year's Eve. He came back against the Blues, letting 5 goals. Played New Year's Eve. Fucking shit the bed against the Devils. Played against Toronto. Re-injured himself. Came back to practice 1 week later. Re-injured himself, and he's still out. He's been injured 4 times this fucking season, and he can't stay healthy for more than a fucking week. And yeah, that's it about the halfway mark. I don't really know what else to talk about because I've been gone for... haven't made a video in a month, and there's been so many games I missed that there's no point in recapping games. Maybe the Washington game, but that's whatever. But I promise I'm going to be more consistent with the series. Every Friday or every Wednesday, whatever, I'll make it. I promise. So thank you guys for watching this episode, and we'll see you next time.